Hey guys, my name is Rey Notarte. I'm a gymnast at Vega, and here are the highlights from the 2023 to 2024 comp season. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Throughout all my competitions this year, there were some really great hype meets, but this one definitely comes at my top of the list for hype at the meets. I mean, everyone was cheering, and my execution on high bar was really good this meet. And the Tkachev looked, I think, the best that I've ever done at the time. And that dismount, the half in, half out at the end, I learned 2 days before the meet, and so it was a lot of mental battle that I had to go through to just say, you know what, let's send it, and I executed it probably the best I did at that time, and I almost stuck, but still. This next clip is from one of my favorite comps of the year called Top Gun. I decided that I was ready to throw both Tkachevs in my high bar routine this meet, so I started with the pike and then did the straddle. I learned the pike the week before, and it just felt so good, and to throw it at the comp and catch it, and it looked like good. Catching it too is why that's probably one of my highlights of the year. Pommel is always a struggle, especially when competing, so having a routine that I can say I'm proud of is definitely an accomplishment, and this one I would say I'm proud of. Overall, just execution and look-wise, it looked pretty good. And I did a Russian at the end, which I'd been struggling on really bad in practice. And overall, just finished strong and finished with a smile on my face. This routine is from regionals this year, and it's special to me because it kind of shows the mental fortitude that I had when coming to, knowing how my body moves. My Tkachevs in warm-up were not very good, and I wasn't catching them. And that was scary, knowing that I had to go up there and then catch both. But I got up there and I locked in, and I ended up catching both, and then to finish that dismount stick was why this is probably one of my most favorite routines from this year. Now this P-bar routine is from nationals from this year. You might be wondering, why would a routine with a fall ever make it onto one of my favorite moments from the season? And it made it is because without the fall, this routine is one of my most solid ones on P-bars I think I've ever done. And the fact that I fell on that Tapelt and got up and finished that dismount like that, the double front dismount is one of the things this season that I'd been working the hardest on. Always had a problem with, I was sitting it down, I was under rotating it, and just to fall and then swing back up and then almost stick the dismount is why it's one of my favorite clips. Day 2 at Nationals was by far one of my best high routines I've ever done. Because day 1 I didn't do very well on day 1, it knocked my placement down, but I had the highest score on day 2 in high bar with a 12.3. And I mean, the Tkachev were high, my Stalder, all my handstands were on point. And then again, just to finish with a stuck dismount is probably one of the best feelings ever for a gymnast. To get up there and put up a good routine and then to let go and stick bow to the judge smiling is probably one of the best feelings ever. Just like pommel, rings is one of the events I struggle with the most. And at Nationals, day 1 and day 2, I competed a dismount that I'd been working on in gym and hadn't competed yet, which is the half in, half out. And again, just to go up there and stick on day 2 and then land on day 1 is still great to look back and watch those, and I feel good about it. My all-time favorite clip from the season was definitely my vault from day 2 at Nationals. I saluted, I ran, and then I ended up sticking the vault again. But sticking it and getting to celebrate a little and then bow to the judges is just such a good feeling. I ended up scoring a 13.5, which is 1/10 off from a perfect score because Pike's, for answer from Pike's, their star value was a 13.6, which got me 9.9 execution, which beat my day 1 execution of a 9.8. And those scores allowed me to medal on that apparatus, which is, to say the first time I went to Nationals, I got to come home with a medal is just amazing. Thank you so much for watching. Overall, this season was filled with great memories and experiences, and I got to learn a lot about myself and gymnastics in general. But now it's time to get on that summer grind, and I just get to train hard, and I'll see you all next year.